Hello, I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. In this week's top news for natural gas, number one, Cove Point LNG has entered its annual maintenance period, which is expected to end around October the 10th. Number two, Hurricane Gabrielle has formed as the second Atlantic storm of the season. It's been quiet so far. Number three, the EU has proposed to end all Russian LNG importation by 2027. That's moving it up by a full year. Good luck. It needs an anonymous vote by all 27 members. And number four, the JKM to TTF spread is flat for November, which indicates Asian LNG demand is weak. Let's turn to the spot October contract, which is currently trading at 291.1, up 2.3 cents or 0.8%. As you can see here, it's basically wobbling sideways. This may be just a dead cat bounce because, well, we've got another high storage expectation coming up for Thursday around plus 80, which is just 5 BCF over the 5-year average, but over 32 BCF over last year. And so storage continues to grow with this mild temperatures, and that's the outlook going forward for at least the balance of September into October. So as you can see here, we've got the 13 and the 48-day moving averages here. The 13 is coming in at 298.70. We can't get above that, then really we're not going anywhere, and watch out for the downside. The RSI is going sideways, which is indicative of really an indifferent market. So let's look at the hourly chart. As you can see here, we've got our hourly, the pivot here today is at 289.80. We're above that, but we've got resistance at 293.90, and our high so far today is 293.10. So we're stuck going sideways. Let's see if we can push out to the upside, perhaps maybe as high as 299 before the selling pressure comes back in later in the week, right before storage. And let's take a look at that longer term continuation chart for natural gas here on tradingview.com. As you can see, if this is in 5-wave impulse Elliott wave, then that projects us down to about 226 before this move is over. Right now, the RSI is turning sideways, trying to move up a little bit, but it looks like we're underweight from the mild temperatures. And so we've got to be very careful. Some dark clouds are starting to form on the global horizon. And here's why. The JKM versus TTF, JKM, Japan Korea marker, versus the TTF, which is the European marker, is flat, which is indicative of low demand from Asia. And we are below, the average for Europe. We're about 6.8% behind. But right now, there really isn't much here to show. It looks like cargoes for LNG out of the US are aiming for Europe until, well, maybe some Chinese demand shows up. Right now, the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook is above normal for the upper Midwest. This is quite unusual. At this time of year, you'd think it would be just Florida and Texas, but really the higher temperatures above. And looks just mild all the way through until October the 5th, which hopefully we'll get some cooler weather. What else is going on? Hurricane Gabrielle. She is now a Cat 3 hurricane. This is the second Atlantic storm of the season. It's been quite mild, and we'll talk about that why. And it's going to move out to the northeast really quite rapidly here. It is brushing Bermuda with some heavy winds right now, but it will dissipate as it moves off into cooler waters in the North Atlantic. And let's take a look. She's got some bridesmaids behind her. There's a 70% chance of some cyclone formation in the next 7 days right behind Gabrielle, and a 20% chance just a little further to the west here. Now 40% chance in the next 7 days. So that's improvement from overnight. So let's take a look at the satellite picture. Here's Gabrielle, and this is Bermuda right here to the northwest. And so you can see those outer bands are hitting Bermuda right now with some high winds, but she is expected to move out to the northeast. And these are her two bridesmaids right behind her. Hopefully they'll be forming here because it's been a quite quiet Atlantic storm season. But let's take a look at the water temperatures and why Gabrielle kind of blew up from a Cat 1 to Cat 3. It's 83 degrees out here in the mid-Atlantic. There's Bermuda at 82 degrees. And as you can see, the Gulf is really still quite warm, anywhere from 82 to 86 degrees around Cuba. And let's take a look at that dust. Well, there's Gabrielle. As you can see, there's Bermuda right here. She's pulling dust all the way from the south here, wrapping itself around her own storm system. And there's more to come, which may inhibit the storm system developments out here in the mid-Atlantic, but we'll see. This is an enormous plume. It's been quite an unusual year. And the drought monitor for the Southwest continues. As you can see, we're starting to develop some really extreme droughts around the Mississippi River here in New Madrid, Missouri, and parts of West Virginia, Ohio, and also in New England. So this is unusual that we've been so dry in the eastern part of the country. Let's take a look at our stocks. This is the oil and gas E&P sector, market cap between $2 and $10 billion, and a high short float. And our winner so far this week has been CRK, up 3.76%. This is long-term capital appreciation purchases. They're hoping that things will turn around for natural gas in 2026. And as you can see, Civitas is really the laggard here, down 3.64%. So it's starting to improve a little bit today. Again, recapping here for the October contract, we're currently trading at 291.20, up 2.4 cents or a little bit over 0.8%. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.